zombie army, led by General Heinrich Voss, a
Yeah.
necromancer warrior. He's also part of Nazi occult mythology.
Sick.
Why is it Wolfenstein army led by General Wilhelm Strass? I feel like that's a real character from Wolfenstein. Clone
Maybe.
armies Captain Rex, Roman armies Julius Caesar, Mongolian horde is
Wait, what was the guy's name from Wolfenstein?
uh, Wilhelm Strass or Strace.
It is, yeah.
Wolf pack armies led by just an alpha wolf. Colony Advanced Superorganism Queen. Erwin Smith for
Yeah.
Attack on Titan. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Morwenna from Elden Ring. I
Melania?
didn't specify Elden Ring. Morwenna. It says
Morwenna.
M-O-R.
That's
Yeah, I
not
think I
real
didn't
person.
specify Elden Ring.
I see.
Whatever. Sir Baldwin of Flanders. General Anton Deacon. Admiral Firmus Piet. Cobra. Commander Cobra. Master of Guerrilla Tactics. Okay. It's already glitching out. It's not like it.
All right.
Come on, come on, come on. There we are. The Terminators, read by T-800. Null Sector, led by Vermatra. Alright, we got that correct.
Yo.
Gungan Armin by Nos.
Boss Nash.
It is Boss. Okay, yeah, it said Boss Nass.
Let's go.
Huntsman for Ruby, led by Crow Branwyn.
Okay.
It said something
Choice.
different just a moment ago. I swear to God, it said Queen something.
Weird.
It did not say Queen Branwyn. But, anyways, Admiral Han Garel from Mass Effect. That's a guy who's just an asshole.
Awesome.
If I remember correctly, he like sends half the civilians into a war that no one wants it to fight in.
Wow.
He just like chooses, and he forces the player to choose a side.
That's fine.
Lich King Morgoth, the Skeleton Army. A stampede of elephants has archers on top of them. All right,
All
why
right.
not?
Good to know.
General George Washington for the American Revolution.
Yeah.
0 for Code Geass.
Yeah.
The clone army secures a forward base with the well-placed turrets, quickly rebuffing a grim ambush. 47 Grim Fall. Captain Rex is wounded but alive. I need to get out of here.
Get me out of
Gungans underestimated to hold the mountain pass using bolas and plasma bombs that repel a probing attempt by the Skeleton Army. George Washington ambushed Cobra commandos using snowy terrain to outflank them. The commander of Cobra loses an eye but survives. Erwin Smith launches a daring cavalry charge against the Roman legion, but Caesar counters with a manipular retreat, sacrificing 60 men to encircle and annihilate Erwin's left flank.
Whoa.
Mongolian herd burns in a rebel outpost for warmth. They burned down a steel underground building.
For warmth. They're cold.
Yeah, we're cold. We're not going to use it
Yep.
for its proper intent. All right. Intelligent.
True.
All right. They also raid the medieval camp, slaying 90 men before vanishing. The Terminator unit lies dormant, silently scanning. One unit kills a wandering Rot Knight, smashing skull in with a brutal precision. No sector sends out 2 recon bots. One is captured by the Black Knights, who knows of their coordinates.
Interesting.
Caesar and Subotai meet in a
Oh,
battle over a
Subutai's in
ridge.
this.
War.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's like Genghis Khan's underling. Like, he's
Oh
like
yeah,
the
he controls
general.
war elephants.
Yeah.
Conflict with such armies. The Koreans and the White Army skirmishes near Crash Star Destroyer. General Han Garel, or Admiral Han Garel, uses drones and air mines to decimate Denkin's right flank. 76 Russians die. Death's Head launches a gas attack, but Washington's army is protected by scavenged rebel tech. Retaliation is swift and fierce. Boss Nass found Gungan's feast, and the Gungan feast, seeing to the stars. Colony ants unnoticed consume a small grim pack alive.
Whoa.
Lelouch activates a holographic decoy, tricking Null Sector. Alright. Alright, I'm just rewording.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rewording some things.
Okay.
Ah, it's backwards again. It's weird. It's being weird. But I had it specified that like have entire armies be annihilated every chapter, and also give the generals a death, a separate death.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Oh, okay. It just redid the entire chapter. That's
Fine.
Caesar. Okay, but it specifies. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Never mind. It didn't restart all of it, so it just merged them in, so that major losses counted as death. Let's see.
So who's dead?
I'm trying to read.
Okay.
All right. Caesar and Subutai meet once in a battle over a ridge. War elephants their direction, blah blah blah. Julius Caesar, wounded and surrounded, leads one final stand. His remaining 30 legionaries form a tortoise shield wall. Caesar dies in the center, pierced by glaives. Subutai, seeing defeat is inevitable, charges headfirst into an elephant line, slaying two beasts before being crushed beneath their weight.
I see.
That's why it looked weird to me. It was like, this is the exact same thing. Nope. Let's see if this works. Fairy Corps adapted quickly, use the Ion Blizzard to their advantage. Using vertical gear, oh sorry. Ranged weapons are jammed, vehicles stall, and only raw skill and grit decides fate. That's the thing, so basically no ranged weapons for this time.
Okay.
That's the event. It's not fog or noise, it's the hallucination, so
Yeah.
step in the right direction. Civic Corps quickly adapts and uses the Ion Blizzard to their advantage, using vertical gear and thermal cloaks to ambush Wolfenstein patrol. General Wilhelm refuses retreat and triggers his own biosuit overload, causing a plasma eruption. Erwin barely survives, and the Wolfman army is no more. The Black Knights execute a brutal guerrilla ambush on the Skeleton army using smoke. The Lich King, rather than surrender, invokes one final ritual, detonating himself and his entire army in a blast of necrotic damage. Lelouch escapes, but half of his troops are incinerated. The clone army makes contact with the Gungans, proposing temporary alliance. I wonder why.
Yeah.
The Terminators enter a frozen gulch, only to be overwhelmed by a colony of ants.
Oh no.
They swarm through their inner joints. T-800 Alpha Unit, last standing, crushes the Queen with the falling icicle before collapsing into stasis. Both forces are annihilated.
Dang.
Crow Bronwyn and the Huntsman fend off a massive grim pack in the snowstorm. They lose 70 men, but Crow personally slays the Alpha Beowulf. Null Sector, misled by the previous Black Knight trickery, stumbles into crevices. Ramatra loses 120 units to the terrain.
That's a lot.
George Washington leads a surprise march across a frozen lake to flank Cobra Commandos. The ice cracks during battle. Cobra Commandos, caught beneath the ice, refuse capture. He uses thermal charges to flood the field, drowning both sides. A lot of these, they're not like, it is a heroic death, yes, but they just are dragging someone else down with them.
Yeah, true.
George Washington, frostbitten, surrounded, uses his saber to rally 40 survivors before succumbing to his wounds.
Yeah.
Both armies are wiped out. The Galactic Empire attempts to claim an old rebel base, but is ambushed by the First Order. Hux's ruthless tactics overwhelms Piet's structured ranks. Admiral Piet, refusing to abandon his post, detonates the base reactor. Both commanders die in the explosion.
Okay.
The grim leaderless, weakened, scattered are hunted down by the Huntsmen, Gingans, and Null Sector. Oh my god, 9 people lost.
Yeah. That was crazy.
This one's gonna be quick.
Mm-hmm.
As Ion Blizzard clears, the arena shifts again. Hoths crust, groan, and split. Ancient rebel defense systems buried beneath the ice awaken after decades of dormancy. Orbital sensors misfire, and the trophy system momentarily falters. Event, the Red Reawakening. Hidden magma vents erupt from below. Geysers superheat steam, collapsing ice, and electronics temporarily become volatile. Any armory too dependent on machinery or is too centralized or is now at risk? Okay, so fuck Ramatra. Ramatra's Null Sector. Ramatra orders Null Sector to consolidate, but volcanic activity melts half their trench works. 300 units are vaporized in the blast eruption. Ramatra, refusing to abandon his crusade, uses his final energy core to push the remaining army forward, but is overwhelmed by melting terrain. He perishes, slowly sinking to lava, reaching towards the sky with a thumbs up. Just kidding, I made that up.
That's pretty
Hans Gerl attempted to fly his drones above the eruption zones, and the geyser hits the control skiff. In a final act, he dives into the crashing rig, manually set off a drone swarm that decimates the Weiss army remnants. Drone Dickens is pierced by shrapnel and frozen mid-charge by a burst of cryo ice. Both the White Army and Quarians are destroyed. Quarians and Vermatra both make sense because Quarians require technology to live, and they're robots.
Yeah.
The Survey Corps is nearly trapped in a collapsing glacier, but is rescued by Gungan engineers who create a makeshift bridge with plasma weapons, an alliance between Rex Irwin and Boss Nass.
Hell yeah.
Lady Morena, immune to heat, leads the Rot Knights to scorched territory. They overrun Sir Baldwin's medieval encampment. Sir Baldwin, mounted atop a dying warhorse, slays 3 Rot Knights before being consumed in fire. Crow Branwen sensed an opportunity to attack the Black Knights while Lelouch is cut off by a lava fault. Lelouch is out of option, tricks Crow into a one-on-one duel using the last of his men. Crow slays Lelouch, but not before losing half of his forces. Unlucky.
Yeah.
The newly formed alliance of the Flame, Rex Irwin, and Boss Nass hold a platoon called Summit. Calls for a summit with the remaining armies. Lady Morena watches from the bridge, her undead burning silently. The battlefield scorched and sundered. 5 armies remain. The resilient Clone Army, the Strategic Survey Corps, Gengans, the Rot Knights, the Huntsmen. What? That's not 5 armies. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 5 armies.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I can't count, apparently.
That's okay.
Erwin Smith calls for a war council, a carved-out rebel bunker. The Alliance of the Flame debates how to deal with Lady Morena, or Wanaz, advancing undead and Crow's rogue force. Oh, it's the Tenosians again. Tension flare when Boss Nass suggests striking the Huntsman while they recover. Captain Rex attempts diplomacy with Crow, offering him medical aid and temporary neutrality. Crow refuses, citing the deaths inflicted. Lady Morena encroaches on the Allied territory, slowly infecting the soil. Rot seeps into the lower trenches. Scout parties begin to go missing, and Boss Nass accuses Rex of betraying. Cobra was guided by ravens, discovering Gungan patrol. Watching his camp, thinking it's a prelude to an attack, he retaliates with lethal precision. 40 Gungans are killed before Crew realizes they're non-combatant engineers. That's a lie. The engineers are not safe. Erwin now distrusts both sides, fortifies his position separately, and the alliance is fractured overnight. And there's like an oath you have to take as a doctor to only do good things. In Canada, there's an oath as an engineer to only build good things.
That's funny.
I don't remember the reason why, but it is kind of funny. Just do not make evil.
Yeah. That is funny.
The Clone Army engages Lady Morena in the southern lava flats. Plasma burns through her vanguard, but she raises a fallen again and again. Captain Rex realizes he is outmatched. Does that happen in Elden Ring?
What?
The rot just infects not only the land around them, but it also raises the dead.
Yeah.
So it might be
Actually,
it. They just might have made it up a character. Crow ambushes the Gingans at nightfall.
But yeah, it might be.
Crow ambushes the Gungans at nightfall in a brutal fight. Boss Nass confronts Crow personally. Nass shields hold briefly, but Crow's blade finds its mark.
Yeah.
Boss Nass, mortally wounded, activates a sonic disruptor and pulls Crow into glacial cavern, both buried underneath the ice and silence.
Whoa.
Oh, the Clone Army engages Lady Mormon in the southern lava flats. Plasma fire burns through her vanguard, but she raises her falling again. Captain Rex, realizing he's outmatched, leads one final orbital flare bayonet charge. Why? He punches his barrow blade into Marwena's heart, but she does not die. She crushes him. Ret detonates a plasma charge last second, fully eviscerating her and him. The winners are Survey Corps.
I see.